For years now, WWE has been the hub of entertainment for most of us. We've watched and enjoyed the dramatics of it, and we will continue to do so for probably a very long time. That makes us pretty familiar with the surprising twists and turns, right? Still, after Dominik attacked his father Mysterio, we're dying to know what WWE will make out of him. Let's find it together. First up, what exactly happened that led up to this? WWE always knows how to keep the fans on the edges of their seats. After nearly 30 years, they finally hosted the WWE Premium Live event with Clash at the Castle in the UK. Fans were expecting something big to happen to commemorate the event, and they got what they wanted. The night was a huge hit, with probably the biggest shock of 2022 happening towards the end, somewhere between the Judgment Day and the tag team of Edge and Rey Mysterio. Okay, we're exaggerating a bit. The biggest shock of 2022 in WWE. So we all know Mysterio, right? We literally grew up with him as he debuted in 1989. Along the way, we saw him grow in WWE and start a family. It was a pretty crazy moment when his 25-year-old son, Dominik Mysterio, signed a contract and decided to follow in his father's footsteps. It's like watching history repeat itself. Well, Dominik was with the tag team champions until now. In Cardiff, Rey's son shockingly turned his back on the WWE Hall of Famer and his own father. He took out Rey with a clothesline before jumping out of the ring as the crowd booed. 2 days later, the 25-year-old superstar revealed that he's now the newest member of Judgment Day, despite the attack against him weeks ago by Rhea Ripley. Next, fans had some pretty mixed reactions as Dominik turned heel. It seems like Dominik just wanted to get out of his father's shadow, but betrayal doesn't seem to be his brightest idea. Rey and Edge had just won over Finn Balor and Damian Priest when they were ambushed by Dominik. We suspect it was the weeks of neglect that finally sent him over the edge. Now guys, many of us rejoiced about this heel turn, but not everyone was so happy. Many fans went online to call out Dominik and express their newfound hatred for him. One fan immediately tweeted that they now have a legitimate reason to strongly dislike the young superstar. On the other hand, the majority was pretty happy for Dominik. Many found joy in the new storyline created, while others can't wait to see what he'll do in the future. But above all that, fans are desperately wondering what Triple H has in store to make this feud an enticing one. Following that, the huge plans that WWE has for Dominik. WWE isn't going to let this die down anytime soon, and we all know that. It was pretty shocking that the 25-year-old attacked Edge and Rey and shifted sides. So how will WWE add to fuel the fire? For now, WWE is telling its fans the story that Rey Mysterio can't bring himself up to fight his son yet, despite being attacked. But we know that it's pretty inevitable. The match is going to happen sometime in the future, but not right now. This means that Triple H will need to fill the time and space in between with inventive ideas to make sure the storyline doesn't slump back down. PWInsider reported that both father and son were spotted last week in Ashville, North Carolina, where Edge lives. Now, the speculation is that they're filming content that would give their feud a personal feel as the anticipation for their match builds up. In an episode of Monday Night Raw, it was announced that Hall of Famer Edge would take on Dominik for the first time. Moving on, the big fight between Edge and Dom. The most anticipated match was the main event featuring the old school Edge and the latest betrayer Dom. Throughout the night, Rey struggled to call off the fight, debating with both the fighters, but to no avail. They both were determined to get in the ring, and so they did. Immediately as the fight started, the veteran wrestler schooled the youngster as he controlled and pounded Dom around the ring like a rag doll. We don't know what Dom was thinking, honestly. How do you go against the guy with that much experience and stamina? But oh well, we got to see the crazy fight happen. It was only because of Rhea Ripley's help that the youngster was able to slam Edge on metal stairs. Ouch! The fight became tougher and more competitive in the second half as Dom recovered some of his lost confidence, and Edge, well, he made sure that he was still superior. Because towards the end, Edge was doming the 25-year-old who was pressed against the ropes and taking some heavy hits. But there was a single pattern to Dom's part of the fight. He was repeatedly targeting Edge's legs, attempting to break them, but remained unsuccessful. Many thought the fight ended most predictably, with Edge demolishing the last bit of life left in Dom, who was tied up against the ropes. But that's when Rey dove into the ring and begged Edge to stop. While the both of them fought, the rest of the Judgment Day squad rushed in. One took out Mysterio while the other went for Edge. Edge managed to take on his new opponent before the rest of the team came after him, including Rhea, after which they took a metal chair and slammed it onto Edge's legs repeatedly. 4 against 1. The crowd was not happy about their main event being ruined and booed at the Squad, who stood proud, having defended Dom. Now, moving on to other related news that might interest you. First up, what does the future look like for Roman Reigns? There's one undisputed WWE champion that we love to see, and that's Roman Reigns. He's been looking good at the top for more than 745 days, and it's hard to imagine him anywhere else. At the Clash of the Castle this month, it was strongly predicted that Drew McIntyre would be the one who could finally end the long reign, but Roman prevailed. This has got fans wondering who would be the one to take down the champion. Roman appeared on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, and a fight between them could bring out a great crowd. Many don't agree with Paul getting a bout with the champ, but we suspect he'll make his way just fine. Roman will face Braun Strowman, as Triple H credited him as a good challenger, but honestly, he'll be easy to get through. The WWE Royal Rumble is a big obstacle to overcome. It's a good way to split the titles, but H is keen on doing so. But the biggest event might be Roman versus The Rock, which is extremely unpredictable, with both the legends being champions. It's still believed that Roman would defeat him. Next up, will Triple H re-sign a controversial ex-WWE star? In just the last few weeks, Triple H has been the talk of the town. He became the head of creative at WWE. A rumor quickly came out that he'd bring back Velveteen Dream to WWE. It kept going around as the former star teased his return to WWF on many social media platforms, and we finally have an update. According to Wrestle Talk, it was revealed that WWE has no interest in having Dream return. His problematic behavior doesn't seem to be welcome back. Dream was arrested twice in August and has faced many accusations of inappropriate behavior in the last couple of weeks. No one wants to deal with the nightmare of the reaction Dream would evoke. It wouldn't be good, is all we can tell you. It was also revealed that they never intended on bringing back Dream in the first place. In fact, there was no communication between them despite his posts on social media. The WWE higher-ups said that it would take nothing short of a miracle for him to get back in the company and eventually the ring. Last up, Logan Paul wants to become a better wrestler. Logan Paul has been betrayed by The Miz after teaming up with him to defeat Rey and Dominik Mysterio. He then came back to challenge Miz again in a pretty surprising bout. He showed some impressive moves in the ring and made it clear that he takes WWE seriously, even if they don't view him the same. On his podcast, he said that although he's having trouble, it's tough to fight. He's still learning by watching Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena. He's researching the company and familiarizing himself. He made it clear that he doesn't have much free time on his hands, but he's determined. According to Paul, WWE is tougher than boxing. It mentally requires more effort to consider the crowd, moves, and more all at once. He's rumored to fight Reigns, but his upcoming bookings aren't confirmed. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Dominik's betrayal to his own father and what he's going to face ahead? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.